It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Oh, my dog.
Hold up.
I went ahead and I already did prime my face with the NYX Bear With Me spray. I'm also going to be going into the YesTo Coconut Hydrating one. I like using both of these because why not? So let's start with, I guess, why I pretty much have been a little bit MIA on social media. So as most of you guys know, if you follow me on my social medias, everything else, as always, I will leave links down below. But if you guys follow me on my other social medias, you guys will already know that I did have surgery about 2 months ago now, I believe. So in April, I did go ahead and get surgery done. So that is like the main reason why I've kind of been a little off of social media, because it's been, you know, I've been recovering, trying to get in the swing of things again, and really just trying to, you know, recover. I'm gonna go ahead and explain everything as far as the surgery, what I got done, you know, all that good stuff. So, now that I've let that kind of sit for a second, I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. You guys already know this is my ride or die. I absolutely love this primer. So the surgery was basically on my wrist. So, you know, that was a big factor as to why I was a little bit off of social media, was just because I couldn't really use my hand as much. And obviously, like, when you're doing your makeup, you kind of need your hand. So that was the biggest factor as to why I wasn't on social media. So I did get carpal tunnel that is on my wrist. So I will show you guys my scar and all that stuff. So if you get a little queasy with these kinds of things, just fast forward a little bit, because I'm going to just show you. It's really small. It doesn't look that bad anymore. It's still healing, obviously. It's still a little hard to use my wrist. I can't really like twist caps or anything like that yet, but I'm getting there. It's a slow but sure recovery. This is my hands side by side, so you can definitely tell that there is a scar there. But I mean, it is healing. So my surgery was on April 4th, so that is quite a few weeks ago, about 2 months actually. And right before my surgery, actually, or I should say the week of my surgery, it was a little bit of a hectic time. And the reason I say that is because if you guys also follow me on my social medias, you guys will know that my family has been mourning a loss, which was a little hard, and it still is a little hard, but you kind of have to just learn to go on with life. And I have tried filming this life update, Get Ready With Me. I think this is actually my 4th time trying to record this, and every time I tried to sit down and every time I tried to, you know, pretty much fill you guys in on everything, I have cried and broken down, and it still hurts. She is my great-grandmother. So she is no longer with us, and she actually passed away the day after my surgery. So I already had a lot to deal with my surgery, and then on top of that, I had to, you know, I received the news that my grandmother had passed as well. So that week was kind of like all over the place. So those are the 2 biggest factors as to why I have kind of been a little bit off on social media, because it's obviously not easy when you're dealing with the recovery from a surgery and then you're also mourning the loss of a family member. It's a lot to deal with, and it's a lot to handle all at once. So to have all of that just kind of together was just like overwhelming. But a little bit information on my surgery. I have been dealing, oh, I got it on my nose. I have been dealing with carpal tunnel for a couple of years now. It actually started when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I didn't really know what carpal tunnel was at the time. When I was pregnant with her, I just remember that I would always get a pain in my wrist, in both wrists actually. Usually carpal tunnel will affect you in your dominant hand, and I am right-handed, but it actually affected my left hand side a little bit more. And actually, when it got really bad was when the temperature really changed here where I'm from. So it got really, really cold, like we were getting into the negative 50s, and it was really, really cold. And I think that that's what really sparked, you know, my carpal tunnel to get really bad. and I like could not bear the pain anymore. Like I had to see my doctor. So I went ahead and I got a whole bunch of tests done, x-rays, EMGs, which is like an electric current wave. They stick like little needles in your nerves and like over your muscles and stuff, and they do it from your neck all the way down to your spine, I believe, and they kind of like send a little bit of an electric shock to see how your like system, your nervous system and your muscular system responds to it, to see if like it has a good reaction time or if it's a little slow, I guess. And the results came back and they told me that my left side was obviously significantly slower than my right side. It did take quite some time to finally get scheduled into that doctor's office to do the surgery. So I was actually there. I was scheduled for 9 o'clock in the morning for my surgery. I got to the hospital around 7 a.m. And they started the surgery pretty much on time, right at 9 o'clock. We sat there for about 2 hours filling out paperwork, doing the anesthesia because I was put to sleep for it and everything. So this was actually not my first time getting put under general anesthesia. It was a lot more scary this time, I think, because I knew that with my wisdom teeth, like I guess carpal tunnel is pretty common. I just figured that with my wisdom teeth, like, I don't know, I just felt a little bit more secure about my wisdom teeth getting taken out than having my wrist cut open and like nerves and tendons and stuff getting played around with. Like, it just was not like, oh, okay. For me, it was like, oh my god, what are you doing to my wrist? It's been kind of hectic, and recently my daughter transitioned out of her crib and into a big girl bed. She is now sleeping in a full-size bed because she would get in and out of her crib no problem, and that is quite annoying. Going to sleep at night is no problem at all for her, but just taking naps is what is like so draining because I have to constantly be going in her room telling her, you need to go back into bed, you need to go back into bed. It takes me quite a few times to tell her get back into bed and actually sleep before she actually like stays and sleeps. Really getting back into the swing of things, it's a lot harder than just going and turning on the camera and starting, my YouTube all over again, because it's like I kind of got used to having that break and being able to do whatever it is that I wanted to do during the day, and now it's like I have to have more of a schedule to kind of get things done for social media, for YouTube, for everything. So getting back into the swing of things, it's a little tough and it's like challenging, but I'm trying my best to get back into the swing of things. So I'm trying my best to be a little bit more consistent again. I didn't realize that I forgot to turn on the camera. But one last thing that I really wanted to update you guys, which I'm going to be doing a little bit on camera right now, is the fact that ESG has finally come out with its first palette. It did launch a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago now, but I'm so excited. I haven't done any YouTube videos on it, so I'm going to introduce her to you guys. She is here, she's beautiful, and she is the Glam Life palette. So this is her. This one is my personal one, so she's a little loved. So this is what the palette looks like. We have 5 mattes, 2 shimmers, 2 pressed glitters. So pretty. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this into my eyes. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just plop that all over the lid, and then with another little, this is from Wet n Wild, it's a little blending brush, I'm gonna go and dip into Soul and just deepen the outer corner just a little bit, just to kind of smoke it out like that. Oops. So the lashes that I am wearing today is also from ESG. This is in the shade. These are in the style Trendsetter. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop a little bit of pearl in the inner corner. So that's pearl right there, so pretty. And then the last place that I like to also pop a little bit of pearl is right above my lip. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little get ready with me, updating you guys pretty much on what's been happening with me and my life. Like I said, it's been a little bit of a hectic couple of months, couple of weeks, but I hope that you guys are understanding of the situation with everything that was going on with my life. But that's pretty much what's been happening. So nothing too crazy, nothing too major. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. I will be leaving everything that I use in today's look down in the description box below. So if you have any questions with something, because I know that I kind of went through, didn't mention some of the products that I was using because I was too busy getting ready, but the cheese was good, sister. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao.